Goats, rams and cattle have in their arsenal only one, but very powerful weapon. These are horns and a strong skull that protects against injuries. If two males have not shared something, they find a spacious clearing and start butting heads. From the outside, this process looks funny, and the sound of horns and skulls hitting sounds frightening, but do not worry too much, nature has taken care of their safety. The rams scatter and crash into each other's heads with all their might. Oddly enough, they do not receive any harm due to the structural features of their bodies. Vigor is due to the biological and genetic characteristics of sheep. So they find out who is in charge in the herd. The most combative are rams with long horns. They enjoy authority over the entire herd, and rarely anyone dares to compete with them. These two rams were so carried away by their confrontation that they did not notice anything around, but the driver of the Toyota thought that the rams were going in different directions to let him through. The assumption turned out to be wrong and cost the motorist a bumper. By the way, the second driver, from whose registrar this video was recorded, decided not to rush and wait for the fight to end. Another funny case from the DVR. This time, fortunately, neither the animal nor the car was hurt. And this goat for a bundle of hay dared to confront two camels. The camels turned out to be quite dexterous and evaded the attacks of the horned one in time. The goat was lucky not to get hoofed and consider himself a winner. Another epic confrontation. Two rams are preparing to strike, but at the decisive moment one of the rams realized that the head was given to him to chew grass, and not to fight with it, so he fled. It's good that everything happened behind the garages and none of the herd saw this. This goat ended up in the same pen with a pony. The horses are not much larger than this goat, and therefore the horned one decided to immediately show who is now in charge. At first everything was obvious, and no one wanted to mess with him, but at some point the horse got tired of running away from an annoying goat, and she hit him with a hoof exactly in the face. This farmer, knowing about the fighting nature of his ram, hides behind an iron shield, provoking him to attack. We didn't have to wait long. And in this funny 2 versus 2 confrontation, one of the rams after the first blow falls and cannot get up. Then the winning team surrounded the remaining one and started butting him from both sides, when the battle ended after some time and his ally got to his feet. And on these frames from India, a brave lamb decided to push with a young bull. It would seem that there are no chances, the weights are not equal, but the bull decided to simply retreat and not get involved. If the fighting lamb has no rival, he will torture everyone. So this man came up with entertainment for the annoying ram. The animal liked such a toy, although it gives a weak rebuff. But a heavy punching bag is already a more serious opponent, which, by inertia, can also hit. And this ram did not like the obstacle in its path. Even a huge excavator, according to the ram, should retreat and get out of its way. A couple of blows on the iron ladle with his head brought his thoughts in order a little. Sheep have one wise, but not always correct rule. If you don't know where to go, follow the one in front. The leader of the herd probably knows the way. That's what can happen when the circle closes. The rams don't realize they're running in a circle. And this ram decided to attack the cyclist. For some time the man managed to hide behind the iron frame. But at some point the bike was defeated. The only thing left was to catch up with the rider. This ram even mastered the game of ball. It looks funny and it's definitely better than breaking bicycles. And this young goat is not afraid of the formidable barking of the Rottweiler, shows his small horns, but even they are enough to scare away the formidable dog. This fight ended after the first blow, and animals have knockouts. And this is an Argali or a mountain sheep. He did not like the car standing on the side of the road. The driver decided to drive back so as not to provoke the animal, but the ram took this for weakness and began to strike. Another unpleasant meeting of a motorist with a cocky ram. The driver hastened to turn back, but still lost the radiator grill on his car. And here you can watch a funny game of a goat with a chicken. The chicken does not know how to push, but she successfully pecks at the goat. But the fight is more serious. The goat approached the chicken with chickens, and she rushed to the defense. Driving the kid away, the hen ran back to her offspring, and the kid began to joyfully celebrate the victory. And here a goat and a kangaroo met, and surprisingly the goat did not show stubbornness, as in many other cases, but simply decided not to mess with the kangaroo. Next, let's look at mountain goats. What they are capable of will definitely surprise you. They can climb almost sheer cliffs, balancing on tiny ledges and jumping over them. The whole secret is that the hooves of goats are narrow, hard, capable of moving apart widely. Soft sensitive pads adjoin them, partially covering the stone on which the animal has stepped, and creating additional grip. Equally important are an exceptional sense of balance, precise coordination of movements and sharp vision, which allows you to see the unevenness of the wall. If the stone the goat stepped on is too narrow, the animal immediately pushes off and jumps further, to a more suitable ledge. Among the goats there are individuals who, in case of danger, fright, or surprise, faint. Myotonic goats are their scientific name. They are known for a rare inherited genetic disorder called myotonia. The disease gene is inherited and is recessive, that is, it appears in every second generation. A myotonic goat can be crossed with a normal goat, and the gene will be passed on to offspring. A goat faints when her life is in danger, when she sees a lot of grain. These animals are very fond of grain, and when she meets a beautiful partner of the opposite sex. At this point, she has complete muscular paralysis, and she loses the ability to move for 10 to 15 seconds. Surprisingly, at the same time, the goat does not experience any pain at all and is fully conscious, that is, she does not faint for real. But since the animal cannot stand in a state of paralysis, it falls on its side or on its back, stretching out its hooves. Several generations of sheep farmers have used them in a very cynical way. Instead of guarding the herd with dogs, they launched a nervous goat into each flock. When wolves suddenly appeared from the forest, everyone scattered in different directions, and the unfortunate goat fell into a stupor. Due to one unfortunate, the rest most often remained alive. Thank you friends for watching to the end. It's time to support the video with likes. Just write your comments, which of the fragments in this video you liked the most, and we went to prepare a new release for you.